Alright, so we need at least 6 more hearts. That probably means we need to advance Rani's quest, I feel. If I remember rightly, there's only like 33 hearts. Or there's only like 3 more hearts than there are required. So like 33 compared to the fact that you need 30. Something along those lines anyway. So that would mean that we need to go and speak to Rani, because there's like 6 hearts available up at the Moonlight Altar or something like that. 3 from the little dragons and then at least a couple from the big boy. It's been a while since we went to Old Carrier Manor. Now, do we just try and run through all the hands and whatnot? It's probably worth a go. What's the worst that can happen? I mean, they are pretty quick though, aren't they? They got a lot of fingers that they can use as legs. But it's working out so far. And there's the door. Yeah. It's not so bad when you're not worried about picking up loot and you're just sprinting past everything. Yeah, same again around here. Just run past all these buggers, I think. Actually, it's straight on, isn't it? Is it straight on? I forget. Yeah, it's straight on. Left is just Sword of Night and Flame. Dog. Dog is on us. Dog is dead. Excellent. We should probably be two-handing this rapier. Although, have we got the other one? There is another rapier which we could potentially equip as well, which gives you frostbite, but I don't know if we've picked it up on Old Lulu. How are we going to deal with Loretta? Because she's a spirit, so she's not capable of being rotted or anything like that. Whereas this guy, on the other hand, definitely is. So that's cool. Oh, didn't realise you were coming. Ouch. Yeah, this might have been an error. Now we're getting stamped on. There we go. What's he dropped for us? The Troll Knight's Sword. So it's an int scaling colossal sword. Not just a great sword, but a colossal sword. That's cool. That's cooler than I thought. Now, how have you taken damage? Did you just get caught up in our rot breath? Nice. So, what might we want? Probably Dragonfire against Loretta, because she's probably going to be strong against magic. Who have we got by way of summon? Great Shield plus 8, or we could switch to old Mimic. I think we've not leveled up even a little bit. I think we'll stick with the boys. They know what they're doing. Alright, let's see what this fire breath does. The answer is a good chunk of damage. So yeah, that was a good call. The boys appear to be doing their job as well. And she's basically dead. As soon as the boys get another hit in. Nope. Nope, she came over to us. She's like, you can kill me. I don't want to die to some scrub with a great shield. So, fine, alright, we'll do the job. No biggie. Couple more runes scoffed and we got another level. Now where should this one go? Our endurance is still pretty crap. But our faith and arcane aren't terribly high either. Let's go for arcane. That's what affects the scaling on our sacred seal. And that's going to be our main weapon in the long run. Well, now we've got a glintstone dragon to fight. Who we'll be coming back for later on, once we've annoyed him a little bit and we've gotten to move on. I assume he can be rotted. Ah, the old double hit. No one wants that. Now what are you doing? What are you doing up there? Bloody idiot. And how are you hitting me from where you are, wherever you are? Terrible bugger. Now you're over there. On some more rocks. Now what? Have you actually gone? Well, no, you're back. Good. That seems fair. And yeah, there's the old double hit. This fight is the worst. Oh, we got a bleed off though. And now he's probably disappearing. Yep. The jeweler's had enough and we'll be back later. Very well. Now, where's Sullivus's creepy sex dungeon? Is it over here? Good stuff. So we've still got a chance of doing Sullivus's quest. Because we've not seen that yet on anybody. But yeah, we're mostly here just to get Moonlight Altar access. Because we've seen the rest of this a bunch of times now. Lovely. So she wants us to go back to Nokron. Which we can certainly do. The fact that we've got a Mimic Tear in our possession suggests we're pretty much done with that part of the quest already. Just got to get these formalities out of the way with the lads. Lovely. Now we can teleport once again. Although yeah, we've got a chance of doing Sullivus's quest now, so maybe we will. Right, got Sullivus's potion. And we're also stealing his memory stone. Because that might actually be of use to us. Now, what have we done with Dung Eater so far? Is he still lounging around at the table? Because I don't want to give the potion to Nephalia, of course. Right, so we're currently at that stage with him where we need to bob down to the underground bit. Yep. How did that rat survive that? Come on now. I specifically did that to kill you, box rat. That is unbelievable. Right, there's old Big Hand.
Let me out of here.
Ouch.
Everything that matters to you for generations to come. Who are you?
Leave your jail,
Be long enough.
poop friend.
I will kill again, just to be sure they'll be good.
Excellent. Now, old Handy's doing his thing. Getting the odd stab here and there, but we'll rely on the Rot mostly doing the work because he's a pain in the butt. Ouch. And there we go, Rot's finished him off. You didn't get rotted at all, but now you're dead anyway. And we got a somber 7. Right, so can we go straight to the outskirts? Where our good friend Blackguard is. Now, why are we here, Annie? We were in Farum Azula. And yet now we appear to be stood in Leyendell. This is confusing. I feel like we should go underground. Because we want to get our Mimic up to +10 before we fight any serious bosses in Farum. We've got the Finger Slayer blade. So I guess we were taking that back to Ranni at some point. Were we doing something else before then? Have we got Seluvis's potion? No, so we might have used that already. Or maybe we haven't picked it up. It would be kind of cool to get Dolores the Sleeping Arrow as a puppet. Because then we could have an archer friend who's not just a direct clone of ourselves. Which would be fun. So let's go check in with Seluvis, see if we've done anything for him at any point. Right, let's get ourselves a Jarwhite puppet at least. So I guess now we can progress Ranni's quest, kill him off, and that will allow us to get Dolores, which could be fun. But then we'd probably want to go to Nokstella and get what we need from there. What's our gear looking like? 19 and 19. Oh yeah, actually we wouldn't have given the potion to Dung Eater, would we? Because derp. Yeah, we're doing Dung Eater's ending with Annie. I hope we haven't given it to Dung Eater. That would be a mistake on my part. I mean, yeah, sometimes you lose track of things when you're playing 8 different characters at once, but that would be a bit of a balls up. Either way, let's go see Dead Seluvis. See what he's got going on. Right, yeah, he doesn't have a Dung Eater puppet, so that's good. But will Pidius still have Dolores? That's a question. And wouldn't we even have the FP to summon Dolores? Ow and eek and all that. I mean, it doesn't sound much like an eek. It just sounds like more O's and R's. Sweet, Dolores. Nice. But yeah, let's bug off to Nokstella and get some cool ghost gloveworts. Or did we pick up the bell bearing for most of them? Maybe we did. Maybe it's just the great ones we need, but there's at least one great one hanging around in Nokstella, isn't there? Guess we'll grab the Sight of Grace and do a bit of chatting to old Ranni. Now let's go about our business down here. Which, in this early stage, is just running around and grabbing items, probably. Oh, also there's that big bugger at the end though, we should probably deal with that. If only we had a bow and arrow of some sort. Ground. Right, what kind of gloveworts are you guarding, my friend? 7s? We need a 7. A 7 and a 6? Well, we'll need those for Dolores. If she's going to be our second puppet. A second summon, aside from Mimics here. I'll have to check how much FP I need for her, though. Oh, pow. Yeah, what have you got, friend? Okay. Even with our whips, you are pretty good at blocking the old damage. I guess it doesn't count as a shield so much as just your head. Yeah. I just want to get around you, you bugger. Or underneath your shield, that works. Oh yeah, you're the weak one, aren't you? Because you're the one we can encounter earlier in the game. I'm glad you don't take as many arrows as you make. And then we've got a treasure chest. No, this was... Oh, this was just the Wings of Astal, wasn't it? Nothing that Annie needs. Grab it anyway, though. And then we'll make our way back up and out. Kind of a necessary little diversion. But it's fine. Right, how much are we looking at for another level? Another 20k. Pretty sure we haven't got that hanging around, although actually we have. But now I guess we'll press on. I'm pretty sure there's a great ghost up here somewhere. Yeah. Might have to use those flowing weapons at some point on a build. They look fun. Lightning mimics can all just get out of the way, I think. I don't know why they're crackling with lightning like that when it doesn't actually hurt to touch them. But I'm not complaining. Oh yeah, I didn't even need to fight these guys, do I really? Sneaks it. Excuse me. Pardon me, coming through. And there's the Glovewort pickers. Ghost Glovewort 2, so that's an infinite supply of 4s, 5s and 6s now. And what was round here in this imp door? Can't recall, so let's find out. A couple of Nox people. And then no match for Annie and the Whips. And some Nox Greaves. So we've got the bracelets and the Greaves. We're doing alright on the old... Ooh, Night Maiden and Swordstress puppets. They sound fun. It's about time Annie got some cool puppets. FP costs 97, she's got 82. 87, so one level of mind would be enough for her to use Dolores. And that would be nice. Now, old Rollerball is on the case once again. Should probably have a safety flask. Because old Rollerball can be quite mean. Although they're playing nice today. That's good. Looks like he doesn't want to come down and play. There we go. That got him down. Now is this the Great Ghost? I'm going to say that for every treasure chest till I find one. There it is. Knew it all along. That might not be true. Now, what was further up? Much of any use? Runes are always of use, for sure. There's not far to go to the end now, so... Let's see now, is there a rolly ball in this place at all? Or is it just mimics? Yeah, there's a rolly ball. But do we have to press on through here? Maybe. And they've carefully arranged the chandelier so that you can't really ping rolly ball. But there we go, we got it down. Come on then, big boy. Now that's out of the way, I feel safe exploring the rest of this room. Excuse me, everyone. More chests to investigate. Ouch. And we'll be on our way.